All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports on this Monday. We have a doubleheader for you today as we kick off Week 14 of our current sim season. We've made it to the December portion of the schedule. I don't know why that's on. Let me turn that on. We made it to the December portion of the schedule. It'll be our Thursday night game to kick off Week 14. It'll be the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. Both teams come in at 7-4. Both teams are chasing their division leaders in their respective divisions, and both teams are in the thick of the wild card in their respective conferences, Seattle in the AFC, Minnesota in the NFC. Let's take a look at our standings right now. Evil Dead is 113-73. He still remains 40 games over 500 with 4 weeks of the schedule remaining and the postseason. Waldo's at 28-25. We haven't seen him in a while. And Viking Skywalker is now 44-36, 8 games over 500. If you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. All right, let's head out to Seattle, Washington for this one. It'll be the Vikings and the Seahawks to kick off Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington. It's the Vikings and the Seahawks. And welcome in to another NFL broadcast here at Jammin' Sports as we kick off Week 14, our Thursday night game. Evil Dead has got the Purple People Eaters in this one. I figured as much. Both teams at 7-4. Both teams needing to win to stay in their respective playoff races. The Vikings will get the ball first. We're underway. 4 yards deep. Mills brings it out over the 10, 15, 20. And John Mills brings it out to the 28-yard line. And that's where Minnesota will have it, 1st and 10. John Mills in his 4th year out of UNLV. Starting quarterback for Minnesota, Jay Foster, 5th-year quarterback out of Michigan. The Vikings, 1 game out of first place in the NFC Central. Currently tied with Chicago for second, 1 game behind Green Bay. The Seahawks, 1 game behind the Chiefs and the Raiders in the AFC West. These are 2 second-place teams playing each other. Both teams 1 game out of first place in their respective divisions. Big game on the schedule for both teams. 1st and 10, Minnesota from their own 28. Foster hands off to Maffa, and Phil Maffa out to the 30-yard line. A gain of 2 yards. Let's take a look at the Vikings offense. Up front, Madison, Blanchard, Strong, Brocious, and Griffin. And then it's James, Phillips, Maffa, Underwood, and Mills. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Vikings. At their own 30-yard line, just underway. Live from Seattle, Washington. We got a good crowd here already tonight on this Monday night. On 2nd and 8, Foster under center. Foster to Maffa, and Maffa breaks through and gets out to the 39-yard line, a gain of 9, and that'll be a Minnesota first down. Phil Maffa, the 2nd-year back out of Clemson. First down, Vikings. We haven't seen Viking Skywalker yet. I figure he'll probably take the Vikings as well, his namesake. I'm sorry, what? Misty's taking the Seahawks. 1st and 10, Minnesota now from their own 39. Foster hands off to Moffa, gets hit in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of 2. On the tackle, number 92, that's Dylan Rossini, the third-year defensive end out of Michigan. And that'll bring up 2nd and 12. We start week 14 tonight. We're finally into December. 2nd and 12 from the 37-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Foster in the shotgun. Foster hands off to Moffa. Up the middle, and Moffa to the 43-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 6. Gets half of it. It'll be 3rd and 6. Tackle made by Russell Smith, the 14th-year linebacker out of Alabama. Vikings face a 3rd and 6 now from their own 43-yard line, opening possession of the game. Foster in the gun. Foster back. Throws. Caught by Rondé James. Picks up the first down across midfield. A gain of 8 yards to Rondé James, the 4th-year receiver out of Arizona. And that'll be a Viking first down. Vikings keep their opening drive alive as they're into Seahawk territory. 5:50 and counting. 1st and 10, Minnesota. Vikings come out in the I formation. Foster under center. Foster hands off to Moffa again. And Phil Moffa just plugging forward down to the 39. 10 yards and another Viking first down. First down, Minnesota. 5:20 and counting. Vikings at the Seahawk 39. Still the opening possession of the game. Foster in the shotgun, 4 wide. Foster draws back. Foster throws outside, caught by Phillips. Turns upfield and gets out to the 34-yard line. Excuse me. Rashard Phillips, 5th-year running back out of San Diego State. Seahawk defense, Rossini, Hamilton, Mills, and McCoy up front. They play a 4-3. McKenzie, Cochran, and Wright, the linebackers. And the secondary, McCoy, Smith, Morgan, and Hubert. Excuse me. I picked up my yearly cough. Always get it around this time of year. 2nd and 5 from the 34-yard line. 5 receivers wide, empty backfield for Foster on 2nd and 5. Foster back, throws, and it's intercepted by Leonard Smith for Seattle. The receiver wasn't ready for it. Smith manages to catch it before it hits the ground, and the Vikings drive comes to a complete halt. Leonard Smith, the 12th-year safety out of Utah State. A sliding interception there. Nice catch. And now the Seahawks will have it 1st and 10 going the other way. Seattle led by their starting quarterback, Devin Wade, the 9th-year quarterback out of the University of Texas. Now in his 2nd year with the Seahawks, formerly with the Broncos and the Panthers. Seattle comes out 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Wade in the shotgun. Wade hands off to Terry Gilbert. And Gilbert out to the 31, a gain of 7. The 9th-year back also out of Texas. He was a teammate of Wade at the University of Texas. Jeremy Bell on the tackle. But the difference is Terry Gilbert has been with Seattle all 9 seasons. Wade just the last 2. It'll be 2nd and 2 for Seattle after the 8-yard gain. 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade Throws near side. Caught by Rupert Jones. Out to the 38. A gain of 7. And that'll be a Seahawk first down. Rupert Jones, the 11th year tight end out of Oklahoma. First down, Seattle. Coming up on 4 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Clock stops at the moment. Now it will run. First and 10 from their own 38. Wade in the shotgun. Wade fakes the handoff, throws, and that one was a bit low. Tried to throw it outside, looking for Marcus Clay, incomplete. It'll be second and 10 from the 38-yard line. Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington, Week 14, our Thursday night game here at Jammin' Sports. Second and 10 from the 38. Wade in the gun. Wade looking. Wade throws and caught by Gibson. Blake Gibson down the sideline to the 37-yard line. It's going to be a 24-yard gain to Blake Gibson, the 6th-year receiver out of Rutgers. Tackle made by Spencer. Andrew Spencer, the 5th-year safety out of USC. Misty made a chicken, rice, and bean stew thing, whatever. It was really good for dinner tonight. First and 10, Seattle at the Viking 37-yard line. Seattle's opening possession coming off the turnover by the Vikings. Wade, play action, rolls out, and Wade squares up, throws downfield, back of the end zone. It's intercepted. Jeremy Bell picks it off for the Vikings in the end zone. The ball was underthrown. They were looking for Marcus Clay in the back of the end zone. Ball kind of hung up, and Jeremy Bell was able to intercept for Minnesota, the 9th-year defensive back out of Alabama. So both teams have had it once, and both teams have thrown picks. And now Minnesota will take over, first and 10 from the 20-yard line. He just kind of hung up there, and Bell had position. So Jay Foster will come back out to lead the Viking offense. This will be Minnesota's second possession, no score. 3:09 left in the first quarter. We have the Bills and the Patriots after this. It'll be our second game tonight. We'll be in Foxborough. First and 10, Minnesota at their own 20. Foster under center. Foster hands off to Maffa, and Phil Maffa out to the 27-yard line. A gain of 7. I bring up second and 3. Nick McCoy came up, made the tackle. 7th-year defensive back out of Texas Tech. .250 and counting. Here in the first quarter, no score. Second and 3 for Minnesota at their own 27. Foster in the gun. Hands off to Maffa again. Maffa picks up 2 to the 29-yard line. Wes Cochran, the linebacker, on the tackle. Cochran, the second-year linebacker out of Cincinnati. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Vikings at their own 29-yard line. Vikings come out in the offset eye. Foster under center. Foster to Maffa, picks, maybe not. He gets to the 30. He's got the first down. He gets the yard. Wes Cochran met him, but Maffa got enough for the first down. And that'll move the chains. First down, Minnesota. Wes Cochran came flying in there, made a great hit, but Maffa picks up the first down. Under 2 minutes left in the first quarter, no score. First and 10 Vikings from their own 30-yard line. Foster under center. Foster drops back. Foster rolls out. And Foster's going to take off down the sideline. And Foster all the way out to the 50. A gain of 20 in a Viking first down. The fifth-year quarterback out of the University of Michigan. Coming up to make the tackle, number 28. That's Nick McCoy, the defensive back. Want to give you a heads up, I will not be on tomorrow night. I got high school basketball tomorrow night. Basketball season is back. 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. In the I formation. Foster, play action. Foster rolls out to the near side. And now Foster's going to take off again down the sideline. And this time he gets out to the 32, a gain of 18. So on back-to-back rushes, he's at 38 yards rushing. Currently leads his team. Coming up to make the tackle, Darnell Hubert, the second-year defensive back out of Hawaii. Another Viking first down at the Seattle 32. 1 minute left in the quarter. Foster in the shotgun. Foster drops back, throws outside, and caught by John Mills down to the 25, a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd and 3. Nick McCoy came up, made the tackle for Seattle. Vikings have a good drive going on here. Their last one ended with a pick. On 2nd and 3. We're down to 30 seconds left in the quarter. Foster under center. Hands off to Phillips. And Phillips out to the 20. That's Richard Phillips in his 5th year out of San Diego State. It'll be another Viking first down to the 20-yard line. As the first quarter is drawing to a close here. Will they get the playoff in time? They will not. At the end of one, no score here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington. We go to the second quarter. No score between the Vikings and the Seahawks. Both teams come in at 7 and 5. Both teams in second place in their respective divisions. One game behind the leaders in their respective divisions. A major game for both teams in their respective playoff races. 1st and 10 for the Vikings at the Seahawk 20. As we start quarter number 2. In the I formation. Foster fakes the handoff, rolls out, rolls back the other way. Now he's going to take off up the middle. Foster all the way down to the 4-yard line, a gain of 16 yards. Foster's at 54 yards rushing, and he's a quarterback. 1st and goal Vikings at the Seahawk 4. He is currently the leading rusher on his team in this game. 1st and goal Vikings at the Seahawk 4-yard line. In the offset I. Foster under center. Simpson in motion. Foster to Maffa. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 4-yard touchdown run by Phil Maffa, the second-year back out of Clemson. And the Vikings take a 6-0 lead. After a scoreless first quarter, which included 2 turnovers, one by each team, the Vikings finally get on the board. Evil Dead likes that. Vikings drove 80 yards downfield on that drive. Randy Lloyd for the extra point. The kick is up. And it's good. Vikings lead it 7-0. I didn't know he'd be on the football games, but I can deal with it. It's not affecting the gameplay or anything. 7-0 Vikings, 7:22 left. Let me see if, while we're waiting for the kickoff, let me go in here and see if I can get rid of those. Because they are kind of annoying. Let's see. There it is. Remove. Yep, remove. There's the kickoff. About 5 yards deep. Touchback. And Seattle will have it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. I removed it. It won't be bothering us anymore. The Pokemon things in the corner that keep coming up. Whoa, wait a minute. I thought I just removed that. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. In between games, I'll check it out. 1st and 10 in the I formation. Wade to Gilbert around the outside, and Terry Gilbert makes his way out to the 39-yard line, a gain of 14 yards. Ty Martin finally makes the tackle. The 8th-year linebacker out of Texas. That'll be a 1st down for Seattle. Let me go back in here. Well, the panel is not there. I removed the panel. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. In the I formation. Wade pump fakes. Wade steps up, throws outside to Gilbert. His momentum takes him out of bounds, no gain. Evil Dead, you are currently 113-73. 40 games up. You went 1-1 last night. Now they say it's a loss of a yard. Be 2nd and 11 for Seattle, back at their own 39-yard line. Vikings lead it 7-0 here in the 2nd quarter. Wade in the shotgun. Wade to Gilbert around the outside, and Terry Gilbert turning upfield and gets to the 44. That'll be a gain of 5. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Lawrence Burnside came up, made the tackle. 5th-year safety out of BYU. Well, I thought I got rid of those. 3rd and 6 from the 44-yard line. Wade in the shotgun. Wade looking. Wade throws and caught by Marcus Clay across midfield to the Viking 37-yard line. 19-yard gain. 1st down Seahawks. 4th-year receiver out of Colorado State, Marcus Clay. Who do they play next week? Next week in week 15, Seattle plays at Oakland. And Minnesota next week will host Green Bay, and that's going to be a big game, especially if the Vikings win this one. 1st and 10, Wade drops back, throws, and it's caught by Clay. No, incomplete. Broken up at the last second by number 20 for the Vikings, Jeremy Bell. I guess. I don't know how that works. 2nd and 10 for Seattle at the Viking 37-yard line. Wade in the gun. Wade to Allen up the middle. And Lawrence Allen gets out to the 34-yard line, a gain of 3. Tackle made by number 59, Kerry Seymour, the rookie linebacker out of Oklahoma. It'll be 3rd and 7. Yeah, I need to ask her. No, I'm good. 3rd and 7 from the 34-yard line. Wade in the gun. Wade draws back. Wade sets up a screen pass to Allen, who's just standing there. and gets hit for a 5-yard loss. Tackled by Jim Florence, the 9th-year linebacker out of Wake Forest. And that's going to bring up 4th and 12. This would be a 56-yard field goal. Zeffin's in the house. How you doing, Zeffin? Fourth and 12. Back to punt. Dakota Cochran. Cochran gets the punt away. And that's going to be out of bounds at the 17-yard line. And that's where the Vikings will take over, up 7-0. Some highlights. We're live from Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington, as we kick off Week 14 with our Thursday night game here. On the schedule, it's a Thursday night. In real life, it's a Monday night. The Vikings at 7-5, Seattle also at 7-5. First and 10, Vikings come out in the offset eye. Foster under center. Foster hands off to Maffa around the outside, and Phil Maffa down the sideline. All the way out to the 29-yard line, a gain of 12. And that'll be a Viking first down. Minnesota has kind of dominated so far. They only have one touchdown to show for it. Leonard Smith on the tackle for the Seahawks, Next season, are you going to show the draft before the season? It's hard to do that. I'll explain why in a second. First and 10 from the 29. Foster under center. Foster to Maffa. And Maffa to the 31. A 2-yard gain. Tackle made by number 90. That's Morgan McCoy, the 9th-year defensive end out of San Jose State. I don't do the draft on Madden 19. I do the draft on Madden 12 on a PS3. And that's where I get my rosters from. And I bring them over here. Missy's trying to tell me something. Hold on. 2nd and 8. Foster throws down the sideline. Caught by Lawson Underwood out to the 47-yard line. That'll be a gain of 22 yards into Seahawk territory and a Minnesota first down. The 11th-year tight end out of Iowa. What, Misty? What you got? Oh. What I could do is come on and do a blog and go over the draft, but there's no way to do it in real time. First and 10 from the 47-yard line. Foster under center. Foster hands off to Maffa, and Phil Maffa out to the 44-yard line. A gain of 3. That's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Coming up to make the tackle, number 53, Xavier Wright, the 12th-year linebacker out of Florida. Just a 7-0 game, but we've had a lot of long drives. We started the game with a long drive by the Vikings that ended with a interception, and a long drive by Seattle that also ended up with an interception. 2nd and 7 for the Vikings. Foster to Phillips around the outside, and Rashard Phillips to the 45, just a 1-yard gain. Devin Nixon came up, made the tackle, along with Gary Morgan, the 4th-year safety out of Pittsburgh. I think I managed to turn off the Pokemon. It's not, I don't see it going up there anymore. It's good for the D&D game, but not for football. I turned it off. That's right, just follow Evil Dan and you'll win. 3rd and 8 for the Vikings. Big third down from the Seahawk 45. Foster drops back, throws down the middle, caught by Underwood. And Underwood fumbles, and the Seahawks pick it up. Recovered by Russell Smith. Lawson Underwood, the tight end, made the catch, turned around, and was absolutely nailed by Wes Cochran. This has been a sloppy game. That ball's clearly out. It'll be Seahawk football. That's 3 total turnovers combined for both teams here in the first half. And now Devin Wade will come back out. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning here. 1st and 10, Seattle at their own 34-yard line. Seahawks with a chance now to tie the game up going into halftime. Just a 7-0 Viking lead. 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade draws back. Throws. Caught by Colby Walker. Out to the 46. A gain of 12. As we reach the 2-minute warning. Vikings up 7-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington. 2 minutes left in the first half. Vikings up 7-0. Both teams come in at 7-5. Both teams in a situation where they really need to win this game. First and 10 for the Seahawks at their own 46. They come out 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Wade under center. Wade looking. Wade throws. Caught on the sideline by Marcus Clay. Out to the 41-yard line. 13 yards and a first down. Twitch is trying to ask me something in the middle of a game, which is not the best way to do. First and 10 from the 41 in the I formation. Wade drops back, throws near side, caught by Marcus Clay down to the 27. A gain of 14 yards and a Seahawk first down. Knocked out of bounds by Alex Woodson, the 5th-year defensive back out of Miami. But that'll be another Seahawk first down. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead and Ziffin in the room here tonight. Misty's here. First and 10, Seahawks. At the Viking 27, 4 wide. Wade in the gun. Wade draws back. Wade rolls out near side and he gets taken down at the 30-yard line. Jim Florence, the linebacker, tracks him down and takes him down. The 9th-year linebacker out of Wake Forest. A loss of 3 to be 2nd and 13. Both teams still have 3 timeouts here in the first half. Somebody asked me a question a couple of nights ago. What if you don't use your timeouts? They don't carry over. You get 3 timeouts in the first half, whether you use them or not. And you get 3 in the second half. No more, no less. 2nd and 13 from the 30-yard line, 5 wide. Wade in the shotgun, empty backfield. Wade looking, throws, caught by Walker. And Colby Walker 5 yards to the 25-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Jim Florence, the linebacker, making the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Seahawks at the Viking 25. On 3rd down, Wade in the gun. Wade draws back. Wade throws, and it's knocked down, incomplete. They were looking for Rupert Jones, and Lawrence Burnside broke up the pass. 5th-year safety out of BYU. It'll be 4th down. The Seahawks will have to settle for a field goal. This will be a 42-yard attempt by Cody Foster, the 3rd-year kicker out of Stanford, coming up. Nice play by Burnside. And now Foster from 42 yards to get Seattle on the scoreboard. Snap, kick is up. And the kick is off the upright. No good. He hit the left upright. No good. It remains a 7-0 Viking lead. He doinked it. You know how hard it is to do that on purpose? And yet you see it done on accident all the time. So the Vikings remain on top 7-0. 45 seconds left to play here in the first half. Minnesota still has all 3 of their timeouts. They might be able to get into field goal range and kick a field goal before halftime. A cool December night here in Seattle. Overcast, 46 degrees at kickoff. First and 10, Foster in the shotgun, hands off to Maffa, and Phil Maffa out to the 37, a gain of 5, and the Vikings take a timeout. That'll bring up 2nd and 5. We have the Bills and the Patriots after this. We'll head out to Foxborough for that one. Oh, it's back. I wonder if I can ban it to keep it from coming up. That's all right. I can unban it. Ha I can ban it. All right. It won't come up no more until I unban it. 2nd and 5 from the 37-yard line. Foster in the shotgun, 4 wide. Foster looking. Foster throws, caught by Underwood across midfield to the Seahawk 47-yard line. 16 yards. Gary Morgan, the defensive back, came up, made the tackle. Minnesota down to 1 timeout left. They're not quite in field goal range. They need about 15 more yards for a decent attempt. Now, if that Pokemon game still comes up, I don't know what to do. I disabled the panel. It still came up. 1st and 10, 4 wide. Foster in the shotgun. Foster draws back, looks downfield. Throws near side to Maffa, took a hit. He holds on at the 45-yard line, a 2-yard gain. Nick McCoy laid the lumber down. And Minnesota takes their final timeout. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the Seahawk 45 with 21 seconds left to play here in the first half. Been a strange half with all the turnovers. Just a 7-0 Viking lead. 2 teams that are 7 and 5, but they're playing like they're 5 and 7. A lot of turnovers. On 2nd and 8, 3 receivers to the far side. Foster in the shotgun.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Foster takes the snap, looks downfield, throws. Caught by Underwood, and lost Underwood to the 37-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7. It'll be 13 inches. We're down to 10 seconds. Foster will probably spike it. He does. With 8 seconds left since they're out of timeouts. It'll be 4th down. And the Vikings are going to try a 54-yard field goal right before halftime. It's 4th down. They got to do something. Randy Lloyd will come up from 54 yards. You'd put the Vikings up by 10. Snap, kick is up, and that's not going to get there. He hit that one too low. 3 seconds left until halftime. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball at their own 44-yard line. Time enough for a Hail Mary for Seattle. They'll try one, I'm sure, right before the half. It's been a strange first half. Vikings up 7-0. All right, barring a defensive penalty, the last play of the half. Wade in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the far side. Wade draws back, throws into a crowd downfield, bouncing around, incomplete. We go to halftime. Halftime score, Vikings 7, Seahawks nothing. Here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington. We go to the second half of our Week 14 Thursday night game to kick off the week. The 7-5 Vikings, the 7-5 Seahawks. Minnesota leads it 7-0. Both teams in the midst of their respective playoff races. Both teams currently in second place in their respective divisions, 1 game back of their respective leaders. The Seahawks will get the second half kickoff. 5 yards deep, Kobe Walker will take a knee, touchback. And the Seahawks will have it 1st and 10 from their own 25. Evil Dead has taken the Vikings in this one. Viking Skywalker, we assigned him the Vikings as well. Don't know where he is today. Haven't seen Waldo in like 5 days, I think. 5 or 6 days. 1st and 10, Seattle from their own 25. Five receivers set wide, empty backfield for Wade on 1st down. Wade draws back, looks downfield. Wade throws, caught by Rupert Jones, who gets out to the 45-yard line. A gain of 20. The big tight end. 1st down, Seattle. The Seahawks come out swinging here in the second half. Slinging it downfield. We have Buffalo and New England up next. We'll head out to Foxborough for that one. 1st and 10 for the Seahawks. Wade in the shotgun. Wade to Gilbert. And Terry Gilbert goes nowhere. He's going to lose 3 yards. Ty Martin, the linebacker, comes in and shoves him to the turf. The 8th-year linebacker out of Tennessee. It'll be 2nd and 13. A loss of 3 yards. I don't think anybody blocked him the way he came flying in there. Here's the replay. Yeah, nobody put a hat on him at all. You might want to block him next time. 2nd and 13 for the Seahawks at their own 42-yard line. Vikings only up 7-0. Wade in the shotgun. Hands off to Gilbert. And Terry Gilbert out to the 49, a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Ross Martin, no relation. The safety comes up and makes the tackle. 3rd-year safety out of Baylor. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Seahawks at their own 49. Seattle comes out. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Wade in the shotgun. Wade draws back. Throws, caught by Jones. And Rupert Jones to the 47. He's going to be 2 yards shy of the 1st down. Just a 4-yard gain. It'll be 4th and 2 as Ty Martin makes the tackle for Minnesota. What does Seattle do here? Do they go for it or do they punt? They're going to punt. Dakota Cochran gets the punt away. Aiming for the sideline. It goes out of bounds at the 23. That's a 24-yard punt. Misty is here. She says hi. So Seattle fails to score on the opening possession of the 3rd quarter. And now Minnesota will have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. Up 7-0 with 6:11 left in the third. If the Vikings were to win and the Packers lose later this week, that makes next week's game a battle for first in the NFC Central. First and 10 in the I formation. Foster to Maffa around the outside, and Phil Maffa down the sideline. Big gain, makes a move off to the races, and Leonard Smith finally brings him down at the 37-yard line. See, 27 and 13. That's a 40-yard gain for Phil Maffa. I'm trying to see who the Packers play later this week. The Packers host Green Bay, or Packers host Green Bay. Packers host Kansas City later this week. First and 10 from the 37-yard line. 5 wide, empty backfield. Foster looking, throws near side, and hits the ankle of Dante Keith, who wasn't looking for it. Incomplete. It'll be second and 10. .5:34 left here in the third quarter. Just a 7-0 game. Foster in the shotgun. Foster drops back. Foster throws near side, caught by Underwood, who gets out to the 32, a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. It's only a 7-0 game, but it feels like this game has a feel to it that makes it feel like it's a more exciting, high-scoring game. Only 7-0, but a lot has gone on. 3rd and 5 for the Vikings at the Seahawk 32. Foster back, throws near side, caught by Underwood, picks up the first down. 7 yards out to the 25-yard line. Tackle made by Devin Coleman, the second-year defensive back out of Illinois. Lawson Underwood, the 11th-year tight end out of Iowa. All 11 years with the Vikings. And that'll be a Minnesota first down. 5:02 left to play here in the third quarter. Clock is moving. 4 wide for Minnesota, first and 10. Foster in the shotgun. Hands off to Maffa, a draw play. And Maffa down to the 18, a gain of 7. Make it a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. Phil Maffa now getting big chunks of yardage on almost every carry. Dylan Rossini on the tackle, the defensive end in his 3rd year out of Michigan. 4:35 left to play here in the third. Oh, she was a big help. I'll explain in a second. In the I formation, Foster under center. Foster to Maffa up the middle. And Maffa to the 15, a gain of 3. And that'll be a Viking first down. She wasn't able to do much to help me on the football end of things. But on the gaming side of things, like on this past Saturday, boy, she did a lot. She helped set up the webcam, the borders, just being able to produce the stream while we're playing. First and 10 from the 15-yard line. Foster under center. Foster hands off to Joyner this time. And Joyner down to the 13-yard line. Luke Joyner, the 3rd-year back out of Virginia Tech. Wes Cochran on the tackle. I don't know if you've gone back to take a look at our D&D stream from Saturday. 2nd and 8 from the 13-yard line. Foster under center. Foster to Phillips. And Rashard Phillips to the 9. A gain of 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Vikings at the Seahawk 9. I mean, that video gets saved to Twitch just like the football games do. And I uploaded it to YouTube just like I do the football videos. 3rd and 4. Foster under center. Looking. Throws near side. Riley on the catch. That's a tackle eligible play. Luke Riley, the right tackle, lined up eligible and caught the pass. A gain of 5 down to the 4-yard line. Be first and goal. D&D is not for everyone. You have to be into it. First and goal, Vikings at the Seahawk 4-yard line. They can make this a 2-possession game. They come out 4 wide. Foster in the shotgun. Foster looking, throws, caught by James. Touchdown, Vikings. A 4-yard touchdown catch by Rondé James, the 4th-year receiver out of Arizona. It's very popular. I have people that want to be part of my game, but I'm really at my limit right now with the number of players I have. And now Randy Lloyd for the point after. Kick is up and it's good. Vikings lead it 14-0, 2:31 left. Like this past Saturday, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 6 players this past Saturday. Normally I have 7. 1 was missing. This Saturday, we'll have 4. 3 won't be there. Because they have a family gathering, an early Thanksgiving family gathering this weekend. But I'll still have 4. Vikings lead it now 14-0. Kickoff by Randy Lloyd. A yard deep. Walker brings it out over the 10, 15, 20, 25. And Colby Walker out to the 29-yard line. First down, Seahawks. Vikings up 14-0. Minnesota has not punted today, even though they're only up 14-0. Hard to believe. They've turned it over twice, though. First and 10, Seattle. Down 14-0 at their own 29-yard line. 2:26 left to play here in the third quarter. Seahawks come out. Wade in the shotgun. Gilbert in motion now. Empty backfield. Wade looking. Throws down the middle. Caught by Gibson. And Blake Gibson all the way out to the Viking 49-yard line. A gain of 22 yards. And a Seahawk first down. The 6th-year receiver out of Rutgers, Blake Gibson. First down, Seahawks, as we're coming up on 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Ty Martin came in and made the tackle. I tell you what Misty made for dinner tonight was awesome. It was a quick and easy recipe, wasn't it? You got to send that to Cherie. It's good. It is really good. First and 10 from the 49-yard line. She whipped it up in about 10 minutes. It didn't take long. Wade draws back. Wade throws. Caught on the sideline, but incomplete. Marcus Clay caught it, but he was out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 1:53 left in the third. Be second and 10 for the Seahawks at the Minnesota 49. The Seahawks play the Raiders next week. And if the Seahawks were to win and the Raiders lose, that makes that a big game. Wade to Gilbert. And Gilbert's going to lose a yard back to the 50-yard line. Jim Florence, the linebacker, along with number 58, Donovan St. Paul, the 4th-year linebacker out of Dayton, on the tackle. Loss of a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11. This is our Week 14 Thursday night game to kick off the week. Vikings and Seahawks, they're both 7 and 5. 3rd and 11. 3 wide to the near side for Seattle. Wade in the shotgun. Wade draws back. Wade got hit as he threw. Incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down. Bringing the pressure is John Lewis, the rookie defensive end out of South Florida. It'll be 4th down. 1:23 left in the third. Seattle will probably punt. Dakota Cochran back to punt. Cochran bobbles it, and it's blocked. The Vikings block it. Cochran falls on it, but the Vikings are going to have it at the Seahawk 32-yard line. The Seahawks are now falling apart here in the second half, and the Vikings are taking advantage. It was, let's see, who blocked it? Number 25. That's Lawrence Burnside, the free safety, blocks the punt. And now the Vikings with a short field, 1st and 10. They're already up 14-0. Evil Dead likes that. He took the Vikings. And now Minnesota will start from the Seahawk 32-yard line. There's the Purple People Eater on 1st and 10 in the I formation. Foster hands off to Maffa, and Maffa making moves and gets down to the 23-yard line. A gain of 9. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. As we're coming up on a minute left here in the third quarter, Leonard Smith, the safety, makes the tackle for Seattle. That was a very nice juke. Second and 1, under a minute to play here in the third. Vikings at the Seahawk 23. They come out 4 wide. Foster in the shotgun.
Here we go now.
Foster hands off to Maffa. Picks up a yard to the 22, and that'll be a Viking first down. Phil Maffa, the second-year back out of Clemson. He was drafted in from college football 25, if you remember. First and 10. Minnesota at the Seahawk 22-yard line. Foster in the shotgun. Foster fakes the handoff. Rolls out. Throws downfield. Incomplete. Broken up in the corner of the end zone by Darnell Hubert, the defensive back. They were looking for Dante Keith. It'll be 2nd and 10. They're lucky that wasn't picked. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 22-yard line. Vikings come out. Foster under center. Throws, dumps it off to Lawson Underwood. A 4-yard gain down to the 18-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6. And that, my friends, will do it for the third quarter. Vikings up 14-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington. We go to the fourth quarter. The 7-5 Vikings, the 7-5 Seahawks. Vikings lead at 14-0 as we go to the fourth, and they have it 3rd and 6 from the Seahawk 18. Even a field goal makes it a 3-possession game for the Vikings. Minnesota currently tied with Chicago for second place in the NFC Central, 1 game behind the Packers, who sit at 8-4. Foster, 4 wide in the shotgun. Foster back. Foster throws, caught by Maffa. No, incomplete. Broken up by Russell Smith, the linebacker. Nice play by Smith. It'll be 4th down. The Vikings will try a 35-yard field goal attempt. It'll put them up by 3 scores. Randy Lloyd from 35 yards. Snap, kick is up. And he hits the upright. Wow. Both teams' kickers have tried field goals that have hit the left upright on the same end of the field. It remains a 14-0 ball game. Remains a 2-score game. Wow. Still 14-0 Minnesota. Seahawks offense will come on. Devin Wade comes back out. Seattle will have it at the 25, their own 25-yard line. First and 10. Seahawks come out 4 wide. Wade under center. Wade draws back, looking, throws deep, and it's picked off by Jeremy Bell. The Vikings get it right back. And it brings it back to the 39-yard line. One play, and the Seahawks throw a pick. Bell, the 9th-year defensive back out of Alabama, gives the ball right back to the Vikings. Sloppy, sloppy game. That's 5 total turnovers now for these teams combined. So the Viking offense comes back out, and once again, they can make it a 3-score game with any type of score here. Phil Moffa, 121 yards rushing on the evening. He has definitely been a factor. Let's see what the Vikings can do this time. 5 wide, empty backfield. Foster in the shotgun, first and 10.
Here we go.
Foster draws back, throws, caught by Mills. And John Mills, 4 yards out to the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6. Bills Patriots. Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. I think I know who you'll pick. 2nd and 6 from the 35-yard line. Foster in the shotgun.
Here we go now.
Foster fakes the handoff, rolls out, throws deep, and Mills can't hold on. The pass was kind of wobbly, hung up in the air. Gary Morgan, the safety, knocks the ball away. It'll be 3rd and 6. 7:12 left to play in regulation. Vikings up 14-0. What Seattle needs here is a turnover. On 3rd down, Foster in the shotgun. Foster looking, throws. He's got a man. 1-0. Dante Keith tried a one-handed catch, incomplete. It'll be 4th down. And this would be a 52-yard field goal attempt. Dante Keith tried a one-handed grab, couldn't quite haul it in. Randy Lloyd will come on. They're going to try a 52-yarder. I think this may be beyond his range. Oh, that's a fake. Bailey, the backup quarterback, gets sacked. The Vikings come up empty again. They try a fake field goal. Connor Bailey, the backup, as soon as he got up, he got sacked. It didn't fool Seattle at all. Devin Nixon, the safety, came around the outside. Greatest fake ever. By the time he got to his feet, the safety was right there to make the tackle. It remains a 14-0 ball game. Vikings have been coming up empty a bit more often than they'd like. Yeah, you're guaranteed 5 or 6 over 500 if you go against the Patriots every season. 1st and 10, 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. Seattle's still in it. Wade looking. Wade throws deep. Caught by Kobe Walker. Out to the 39-yard line. 23 yards to the Viking 39. Under 7 minutes to play, though. Vince Ellington on the tackle for Minnesota. The 2nd-year defensive back out of Howard University. I can't hear you. I'm doing another game tonight. Misty asked me how many games I'm doing. I'm doing one more. Bills Patriots after this. I'll be off tomorrow. We'll be back on Wednesday, but I'll be off Thursday. We have high school basketball Tuesday and Thursday, and then we have the football game on Friday. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Wade in the shotgun. Wade looking, throws, dumps it off to Gilbert. And Terry Gilbert out to the 36, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Kerry Seymour on the tackle. Now, if I get home early enough tomorrow night, I might get one game in, but it wouldn't be any earlier than about 10:30 Eastern. You'll just have to tune in about that time. If I have time to get a late night game in, I will. 2nd and 7 for the Seahawks. Wade under center.
Set. Wait. 32.
Wade draws back. Throws near side. Caught by Walker. Turns upfield. And Colby Walker down to the 24-yard line. A gain of 8. And that'll be a Seahawk first down. Colby Walker, the 5th-year receiver out of Boise State. Jeremy Bell makes the tackle, trying to rip the ball out of there. .546 and counting. 1st and 10 Seattle, trying to get back in this game at the Viking 24-yard line. Seahawks with Wade in the gun, single back. Clay in motion. Wade drops back, throws, caught by Clay, and Marcus Clay to the 20, a 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tackle made by Darrell Wilson, the rookie defensive back out of Notre Dame. We're down to 5:18 left to play in regulation. Minnesota up 14-0. Seahawks come out in the eye. Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert. And Terry Gilbert plowing forward down to the 18-yard line. A gain of 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4. I really don't care about the real NFL anymore. It's so unwatchable. It's so fixed. I saw what happened in the Lion-Eagles game. That was not a penalty. In the I formation, Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert around the outside, and Gilbert inside the 10, and Terry Gilbert down to the 3-yard line. A gain of 15 yards. It'll be 1st and goal Seahawks at the Viking 3. Jeremy Bell came over, made the tackle. And I hate to sound like a stick in the mud, but these uniforms that the NFL has been bringing out this year, some of them are atrocious. Like the Rams black uniforms they wore Sunday against Seattle, atrocious. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Wade in the shotgun. Wade to McKenzie, and McKenzie's in for the touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run by Chris McKenzie, the 4th-year back out of the University of Miami. And the Seahawks have made it a one-possession game, 14-6. After watching a lot of the games this year, at least the highlights, hold on, extra point by Cochran is up and good, 14-7. After I have yet to watch a game except for the Eagles-Cowboys opening night. Only watched like the last half hour of that one. But, you know, I watch the highlights every Monday morning and everything. You can't convince me it's not fixed. Too much has happened this season. The fix is in. I don't trust it. I don't trust the NFL. But I do trust mine. Vikings up 14-7, 4.5 minutes left. Dakota Cochran will kick off. Seattle will kick away. and try to hold them. About 4 yards deep, John Mills takes a knee, touchback, and the Vikings will have it at the 25-yard line. There was another incident over the weekend in college football where the FBI is now investigating. Another intentional safety at the end of a game that changed the spread and tilted it the other direction. And the FBI is now investigating. They need to. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Foster under center. Foster to Maffa. And Maffa out to the 30-yard line, a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Wes Cochran on the tackle. It wasn't a couple of major colleges. I forget who it is. But they are Division I. I know that. 2nd and 5 from the 30-yard line. Foster in the shotgun. We're coming up on 4 minutes left. Foster drops back. Foster steps up. And now he's going to take off. He picks up the first down. And Jay Foster out to the 46-yard line. A gain of 16. The Seahawks ripping away at that football. Russell Smith made the tackle. Couldn't get the football out of there. First down, Minnesota. 3:40 and counting. That's what the Vikings needed, a first down. Keep the clock moving. They can eat up more time now. .337 and counting. 1st and 10 Minnesota at their own 46. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Foster in the shotgun. Foster drops back. Throws, caught by Underwood. He takes a shot at midfield by Leonard Smith. Holds on though. A gain of 4, be 2nd and 6. Lost in Underwood. Boy, some of these hits we see here in Madden 19, if it happened in real life, they'd throw a flag. You know they would. When they sack a quarterback and it's a clean hit and they throw a flag, I have problems with that. Foster on 2nd and 6, pump fakes, rolls out, and has to throw it away. Incomplete. I forget what game it was. It wasn't this past Sunday, but the week before. It was just a sack, and they threw the flag. It wasn't after the quarterback released it. It was a sack with the quarterback holding on to the football, and they threw a flag. Unnecessary roughness. 3rd and 6 from the 50. Foster looking. Foster rolls out, and Foster's going to take off again, and he takes a shot at the 38-yard line, a gain of 12. It'll be a Viking first down. I tell you what, Jay Foster has been taking some shots, that time by Devin Coleman. I think he's still the leading rusher on the team this game. He's at 62 yards. No, I take that back. Maffa, he's over 100. That's going to take us close to the 2-minute warning. And there it is. Vikings up 14-7 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington. Our Week 14 Thursday night game. The Vikings lead the Seahawks 14-7. Minnesota trying to put this one away. If they were to score again, that would pretty much do it. They have it at the Seahawk 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Seattle's going to have to start using their timeouts. Vikings come out in the I formation. Foster under center. Foster hands off to Maffa, and Phil Maffa, 7 yards out to the 31. Seattle takes a timeout. It'll be 2nd and 3. 1:56 left. If the Vikings get a first down here, it's pretty much over. It looks like Minnesota's going to go to 8-5, and the Seahawks are going to drop to 7-6. Both conferences' playoff races are very tight. Nobody has clinched anything yet, and we're in week 14. 2nd and 3 from the 31-yard line. Foster in the gun. Foster to Maffa, and Maffa gets taken down for a 1-yard loss. Making the tackle, Xavier Wright, the 12th-year linebacker out of Florida. It'll be 3rd and 4 from the 32-yard line. 1:53 left. Seattle takes their second timeout. They have 1 remaining. Seahawks face a tough test next week at Oakland. And the Vikings will be playing the Packers next week, which could be a monster matchup depending on what happens with the Packers and the Chiefs later this week. 3rd and 4. Vikings come out in the eye. Foster under center. Foster drops back. Throws. Caught by Maddox. No, incomplete. He couldn't hold on. James Maddox, the second-year tight end out of Eastern Michigan, fails to hold on. Randall McKenzie, the linebacker, on the tackle in his 8th year out of Florida. This would be a 49-yard field goal. They're going to try it. Randy Lloyd from 49. It'll put the Vikings up by 10. Snap, kick is up. That one has a chance. No, he missed it. Wide right. Oh, that opens the door for the Seahawks. It was long enough, but it was off to the right. And now Seattle, they still have 1 timeout because the Vikings passed on 3rd down, incomplete. They should have ran. So Seattle still has a timeout, 1:44 left, and the Seahawks will be starting at their own 39 following the missed field goal. The Seahawks need a touchdown to tie this one up. On 1st down, Wade in the shotgun. Wade draws back. A shovel pass. Incomplete. He was trying to get that out to Terry Gilbert. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. That'll stop the clock with 1:41 left. 2nd and 10 from the 39-yard line. Seahawks come out. 4 receivers set wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade draws back. Wade in trouble. Gets sacked. Back at the 30. A loss of 9. It'll be 3rd and 19. The sack was made by Andy Doris. The Seahawks have to get the receivers back. 3rd and 19 from the 30-yard line. 5 wide, empty backfield. Wade back to throw. Wade throws deep downfield, and it's nearly picked up. Broken up by Andrew Spencer, the safety. They were looking for Blake Gibson. It'll be 4th and 19 for Seattle. They got to go for it. They're down by 7 with 1:17 left. Oh, Spencer should have caught that. That would have ended the game. 4th and 19. This is ball game for Seattle. They got to pick this up. If not, the Vikings are going to be able to run out the clock. Bills Patriots up next. On 4th down. 3 to the near side. Wade in the shotgun. 4th and 19. Wade draws back. Wade rolls out. And Wade fires deep downfield, and it's caught by Gibson. Are you kidding me? At the 25-yard line. 45 yards. Seahawks have to hurry. They have 1 timeout. 1 minute left. Wade in the shotgun. 1st and 10 for the Viking 25. Wade looking. Wade. He's going to take off inside the 20. inside the 15, down to the 8-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. First and goal, Seahawks at the Viking 8. Seattle trying to tie it up. Wade under center will spike it with 39 seconds left. Wow. All of a sudden, Seattle has a chance to tie this one up. That was a 45-yard catch by Gibson a couple of plays ago. That got them here. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Wade in the shotgun. 2nd and 4. Wade, or 2nd and goal. Gilbert gets down to the 5, a gain of 3. Clock is moving. 3rd and goal from the 5, 30 seconds. 5 wide, empty backfield. Wade in the shotgun. Wade takes the snap. Throws. Caught by Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. An 8-yard touchdown catch by Colby Walker. And Seattle is an extra point away from tying this one up. I had given up Seattle for dead about 5 minutes ago. Wow. Now they want to take another look at it. I'm not sure he got both feet down. He got one. He was in the air when he caught it. That 1 foot's down. I don't think that's a catch. I wonder if this gets overturned. It's still on the board. It stands. The official said it stands. And now the Seahawks can tie it up with the extra point. Cody Foster comes up. Now they've been missing field goals left and right. Kick is up. And it's good. We're tied at 14. 23 seconds left. If the Vikings get a good return, they still have all 3 of their timeouts. They could get in field goal range. This one's looking like overtime now. We've only had 4 overtime games this season. This would be our 5th, if it goes there. Still 23 seconds. Dakota Cochran will kick off for Seattle. About 7 yards deep. Mills will take a knee. Touchback, and the Vikings will have it at their own 25 with 23 seconds left. Jay Foster comes back out. We're tied at 14 all. Let's see what the Vikings can do with their final 23 seconds. Vikings come out. Foster under center. Foster hands off to Maffa. They're playing it safe. The Vikings are playing for overtime. Neither team taking a timeout. Our Week 14 Thursday night game to kick off the week. Vikings 14, Seahawks 14. As we head into some bonus. All right, here we go. We're in overtime. The way it works, whoever gets the ball first, they can win the game outright with a touchdown. The Seahawks have won the toss. If Seattle scores a touchdown on this opening drive, the game is over. Anything less than that, the Vikings will get a possession. If the Seahawks do not score on this opening drive, as soon as the Vikings touch the football, we'll have sudden death. So we get ready to start our 5th overtime of the season. And now Randy Lloyd will kick off. from the 8-yard line. Kobe Walker over the 25-30. And Walker brings it out to the 32, and that's where Seattle will have it, 1st and 10. If the Seahawks score a touchdown, it's game over. And it would be an incredible comeback for the Seahawks if they do that. We're in overtime here in Seattle. Tied at 14. They've been aggravating you all season, Evil Dan. I know what you mean. They're really good one week. Not so much the next. 4 wide for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 from their own 32. Wade in the shotgun. Wade draws back. Wade throws, dumps it off to Gilbert. And Terry Gilbert out to the 39, a gain of 7. Ty Martin on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 3. Remember now, here at Jammin' Sports, we don't have ties. We'll keep playing until somebody wins, no matter how many overtimes that takes. We've had 20 double overtime games in our history. We've been holding at 20 for a while now. 2nd and 3 from the 39. Wade in the shotgun. Wade to Gilbert. And Gilbert, not much. A yard or 2 out to the 41. Tackle made by Eric Mason. Yeah, the Vikings always seem to give you fits. That's why Misty says she took the Seahawks. 3rd and 2 for Seattle. Big 3rd down right here in the offset eye. Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert. Picks up the 1st down. Out to the 45. A gain of 4 yards. Keeps the drive alive. 1st down, Seattle. There you go. Evil Dead says Guru. That's right. Guru knows. Remember, she's 1,000 over 500. First and 10. Seattle now. At their own 45-yard line. Wade under center. 1st and 10. Wade to Gilbert. And Terry Gilbert just plowing over Vikings out to the 47-yard line. A gain of 8. That's going to bring up 2nd and 2. I think Seattle says, you know what? Let's just drive it down their throats and get this touchdown. He ran over Ross Martin. I mean, like he wasn't there. He's a power back, to be sure, Terry Gilbert. He's not a fast running back, but he's powerful. 2nd and 2 from the 47-yard line. Seahawks in Viking territory. In the I formation, Wade under center. We're in overtime. Wade, play action. Throws downfield, and it's nearly picked off. Broken up by Donovan St. Paul, the 4th-year linebacker out of Dayton. They were looking for Rupert Jones, the tight end. It'll be 3rd and 2 for Seattle. Seahawks are lucky that wasn't picked off. .5:57 left in the first overtime. Another big 3rd down for the Seahawks. 3rd and 2 from the Viking 47. 4 receivers set wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade to Gilbert, and Gilbert gets plowed over at the 48. A loss of a yard. Tackle made by Kerry Seymour, the rookie out of Oklahoma. Seattle's going to have to punt. The Seahawks will punt. And as soon as the Vikings get possession, we'll be in sudden death. Cochran gets the punt away. Aiming for the sideline. Out of bounds at the 9. A nice punt by Dakota Cochran. But we're now in sudden death. The next team to score wins. Whoever scores next wins. And it doesn't matter how. Touchdown, field goal, safety. The next team to score will win the game. We're now in sudden death overtime. 5:31 left in the first overtime. Vikings will start 1st and 10 from their 9. On first down, Vikings in the I formation. Foster under center. Foster to Maffa. He gets buried for a 4-yard loss back to the 5. Devin Coleman came in there, the defensive back, on the corner blitz and gets the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 14 back at the 5. If you're the Vikings, you got to watch out for the safety now. A safety would end the ball game. On 2nd and 14. Everybody in tight. Foster hands off to Maffa. Maffa only gets 3 out to the 8-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 11. Tackle made by Lindell Mills in his second year at Virginia Tech. It'll be 3rd and 11 from the 8-yard line. Vikings come out 4 wide. Foster in the shotgun. Foster looking, throws near side, caught by James, and Ronde James gets tackled at the 14, well shy of the first down. He only picked up 6. It'll be 4th and 5, and the Vikings are going to have to punt. Leonard Smith came up, made the tackle for the Seahawks. James Spalding back to punt, gets the punt away. It'll be fielded at the 37. Nixon for the Seahawks brings it across midfield. Devin Nixon brings it back to the 46. 1st and 10, Seattle. Remember now, we're in sudden death. Seattle can win it with a field goal. All the Seahawks have to do is get into field goal range. .425 left to play here in the first overtime. Devin Wade comes out in the I formation. Wade pitches to Gilbert, and Gilbert gets hit for a loss of 4 yards as Lawrence Burnside, the safety, comes up and makes the tackle. Be a loss of 5. It'll be 2nd and 15 back at the 50. Between games, I'm going to get a glass of milk. We have the Bills and the Patriots up next. About 5 to 10 minutes after this one's over. 2nd and 15 from the 50-yard line. Wade to Gilbert up the middle, and Gilbert picks up a yard to the 49 before being tackled by Mason, Eric Mason. Make it a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 13 for the Seahawks at the Viking 49-yard line. 3:40 left in the first overtime. Wade draws back. Wade rolls out. And Wade is going to take off. And Wade looks like he picks up the first down at the 40, a gain of 9. Oh, no, he's shy of the first down. It was 3rd and 13. So it's 4th and 4. I got ahead of myself. That line was the line to kick a field goal, not for the first down. That'll bring up 4th and down for the Seahawks. 4th and 4. Lofton and Seymour on the tackle for the Vikings. Seattle's going to try a field goal. The Vikings will take a timeout to ice him. This will be Cody Foster. He's going to try a 57-yard field goal for the win. In overtime, I don't think this is wise. You miss this, the Vikings are going to have great field position at their own 47-yard line. It'll be 4th and 4. Let's see if they reconsider. Nope, they're going to try it. Here we go from 57 and the win. Snap. Kick is up. And the kick is no good. It was short. Oh, thank you, Gracie. It was short and to the left. We remain tied at 14. As we continue with overtime, the Vikings get a short field now. They'll be starting at their own 47-yard line. Again, that was not wise. I would not have done that. Jay Foster comes out now. A golden opportunity for the Vikings. All they need now is a field goal. They have it at their own 47-yard line. They only have to go about 20 yards for a decent field goal shot. Bills Patriots after this. Foster under center. Hands off to Maffa around the outside, and Phil Maffa into Seahawk territory, down to the 42-yard line. 11-yard gain and a Viking first down. 2:45 left in the first overtime. We're tied at 14. We're in sudden death. The next score wins. It doesn't matter who or how. Both teams at 7 and 5. Evil Dead's hoping the Vikings can pull this one out. Two minutes and 40 seconds left in the first overtime. On 1st and 10, 4 receivers wide. Foster under center. Foster to Maffa. Big hole for Maffa, and he's off to the races. Touchdown, Vikings. Phil Maffa, 42 yards, and the Vikings win in overtime, 20-14 over the Seahawks. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Bills Patriots up next.